What's up, guys? It's Caliber here.
And I'm Tara.
And what do we come and talk about today, babe?
We're going to talk about the supposed 7 myths of tongue piercings. Um, this is coming directly off a video by Eureka Green? He's going to link the video down below so you can watch it and gather your own opinions or whatever, but we're not trying to bash this person, it's just, I really don't like misinformation. And I've heard a couple of these several times by people who have their tongue pierced. And I was a piercing apprentice. I've had my tongue pierced for going on 3 years. How long have you had yours done for?
About 7.
7 years. Uh, so I've pierced a tongue or two, watched a lot of tongues get pierced. The piercer that was teaching me is the one who taught, whereas the one who pierced my tongue. So these are not in order the way she talked about them. I just have them in a list. So the first myth is that it will give you a lisp. Here's a couple things. During healing, you might have a speech impediment. If you cannot adjust to the bar in your mouth, you can permanently have a speech impediment. It's happened. If you can't adjust to there being a bar in your mouth, you can stutter over your words or have like a slurred speech because of the bar in your mouth. It's a foreign object in your mouth. Some people can't get accustomed to it. And if you already have a lisp, it can make it worse. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to try and veer off topic too bad. It can cause bad breath. Here's the thing. This is very dependent on your anatomy and your hygiene practices. So, if you are someone who's very prone to cavities and very prone to stuff like that, there is a chance that, bacteria is going to gather around your tongue ball. And not every piercer will tell you to brush your tongue balls. So what you're supposed to do is when you're brushing your teeth, you hold it in between your teeth like this, and you brush it. Not a lot of people know that. I worked with this girl, and she asked me to clean all of her jewelry, and I told her I would, so I brought all my disinfectant stuff, like not like an autoclave or whatever to work, but like non-iodized sea salt and some cleaners for my apprenticeship. And I cleaned all of her jewelry, and when she took out her tongue ring, and this girl I know for a fact brushes her teeth every day, she has very clean teeth, had plaque all the way around the bottom of the balls, and it was just stuck there, and it smelled awful because no one ever told her to hold your ball in between your front teeth and brush it. And she never took it out, because I don't know about you, but I don't regularly take out my tongue ring unless I'm changing it. So I just brushed the balls, because that's what I was taught to do, that's what I was told to do, so I'm like, okay. Affects eating. This is also person to person. See, the reason I don't like these myths or whatever is it's very hard to categorize things because every person is different. Affects eating. It again depends how accustomed you got to your tongue ring. I know that there are certain things I cannot eat anymore because they'll get hooked around it, or I can't really eat lollipops anymore. I can't chew gum. There's I can't really eat spaghetti squash anymore because it will get caught around it. It's not a great feeling. It can affect how you eat, and I have a very thin tongue, and my tongue bar is a little bit too long, and I can't get a shorter one unless I got one custom made, probably under Glass or Delrin or something like that. But when I'm eating, you can lose a ball. That can affect eating. They're not tightened all the way. Or if you, like me, have too long of a bar and you're eating something, you can bite down on your bar, and then you don't really feel like eating anymore because then your mouth hurts. Which, I'm going to jump to chipping teeth. Mistakes happen. If you bite down on your bar by accident, if you stick out your tongue and then you pull it back in and it hits your teeth, you can chip your teeth. If you subconsciously play with it, you can chip your teeth while you're sleeping. it is not, putting any kind of metal in your mouth isn't good for your teeth. Even braces, like if a bracket pops off, can damage your teeth. The best advice I have for that I have given many times, that my piercer gave me, that several piercers have given me, is if you're worried about your teeth, wear 14 karat gold balls. And I know what you're thinking, what if I accidentally swallow one like 14 karat gold? Like, here's the thing. Teeth are a hell of a lot more expensive to replace than a ball. I don't really have problems with my tongue balls, or I probably would have replaced them with 14 karat gold by now. 14 karat gold is softer than your teeth. So if you bite down on it, or if it hits your teeth with force by accident, it's very unlikely to chip your teeth as stainless steel or titanium would. Like, mine's currently titanium. That's probably not a great thing for my teeth. But, oh well. Do not recommend acrylic. Yes, acrylic can be softer than your teeth after it's been heated up by your mouth. The problem with acrylic is when it gets heated up, it releases toxins into your body, and it becomes soft, which is how you bite your balls in half. And cold acrylic is just as hard as metal and can break your teeth. So, we're going to go to Rameau's taste. If it was done correctly, then you shouldn't have a problem with that, but everyone's tongue is different. You could have an abnormality in your tongue. They could hit something that isn't supposed to be there. I know, for example, my tongue, there is a very large vein that's not supposed to be there that goes from the frenulum up to the tip. So when my piercer pierced it, he pierced it straight on the top and at an angle on the bottom. Because right here, there's a vein that's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be on one side or the other, but it goes straight through. So he checked my tongue like he was supposed to, and he looked for the veins, he marked the veins, and then he told me it was never going to be straight because of the vein. He asked me if I still wanted it. I said yes. I said I didn't care if it was crooked. So he's like, okay, we'll make it straight on the top. If you look at it from the top, it looks straight. If you look at it from the bottom, it looks straight. But when you look at it head on, it's obviously not straight. Which was fine because I wanted it, and I wanted it done correctly. Now, mistakes happen. There's risks with everything. You won't exactly lose taste in your mouth, like on your tongue, because you have receptors everywhere. But it's not saying you couldn't damage some if it's done incorrectly. Or if you don't take care of it after the fact and it gets infected, you will definitely damage your taste buds if your tongue gets infected. You can also kind of die from an infection in your tongue. Just saying. Painful to get. That is, again, person to person. Mine wasn't very painful. Lots of people's aren't. But I've talked to people who had an extremely bad time getting their tongue pierced, who it felt awful. I know I've watched some people who they screamed. Like, it was very, very, very painful for them. And that's all depends on pain tolerance, and again, your anatomy. No one's anatomy is the same. And then the last one, the big one, is a tongue ring for oral sex. Here's the thing. Technically, yes. I'm not saying everyone gets it for that, but it is used for that. Whether you got it for aesthetics, or whether you got it for oral sex, or you got it because all your friends got it, that is, again, person to person to person to person. And if you got it for that reason, all the power to you. If you got it for aesthetics, all the power to you. I got it for all of the above. Actually, no, not the friend one, but for all of the above. That, and I already had a phantom piercing, and I really like it aesthetically, but I'm not going to tell you that it's not helpful with things in that department. In that video too, she says that lip rings are more detrimental to your teeth than tongue rings. Not entirely true. So, the way I wear my lip rings are actually more detrimental to my teeth. The flat backs, if they're too long, like mine are, they're constantly rubbing on my teeth, which means they're going to rub away some of the enamel. This one doesn't touch my teeth, but it does touch my gums, which means that it's slowly rubbing away at my gums. issue some people have with the tongue bar is it can start to erode the gums on the top of your mouth, depending on how much it rubs up against it. The same thing down here, it can start to erode something there. It can give you gum recession on the bottom. Everything comes with risks. And you need to be aware of those risks, and you need to pay attention to them. I mean, if your gum starts receding, it's not worth having a tongue ring. If your gums start receding, it's not worth having it. If you start getting a little indent in the top of your thingy, it's not really worth having it. If these start damaging my teeth, I will probably end up taking them out because, like I said, it's cheaper to say fuck it to a piercing than it is to get my teeth replaced. Anyway, I would like to hear your opinion. Or did I do it all for you?
You pretty much did it all for me.
And, again, I'm not saying that her video is bad. I'm not trying to slander her. I just really don't like the misconceptions. I have lots of people ask me questions on this stuff because I used to be a piercing apprentice. And this is all stuff you learn relatively quickly in the piercing industry because these are the questions everyone has. And there's some common misconceptions. The teeth thing? I've had conversations with my dentists about the teeth thing, and I've explained to them that, like, when I was a piercing apprentice and I got my teeth, I had some stuff done with my teeth, they were talking to me about when I wanted to get my tongue pierced. And they were telling me, oh, about all the risks. And I'm like, I know about all the risks. I'm aware of all of it. I'm going to keep an eye on it. And if I feel like I'm dinging up my teeth, I'm just going to wear 14 karat gold balls. And I had to explain to them that 14 karat gold as a metal is softer than your teeth. They're like, oh yeah, it is, because you can bite gold and it'll bend. And it may seem like an expensive thing to continuously do, like if you damage the balls or if you swallow the balls. But again, it's a lot more money and pain to replace broken teeth. But anyway.
So what do you think we could take away from this video?
From hers or from mine?
From ours.
Probably that everyone's different, and if you really want to know about the risks and the myths and stuff like that about any piercing, go talk to a piercer. Don't look online or Google it or anything like that. Go talk to a piercer. If you have any medical concerns, consult a doctor before getting any piercing. I did about my tongue, because it's super short. I have a super short tongue. So I talked to a piercer beforehand. I talked to my doctor beforehand. I showed my doctor afterwards. She was a little freaked out. She was like, oh, God. Do your research. If you don't like what a piercer has to say, don't get pierced by them. Get a second opinion. Find another piercer. It's not that hard. And for the love of God, don't pierce your own tongue.
I've seen a lot of those videos. Also, don't get piercings at a very young age.
Honestly, yeah, don't. Honestly, if I was to put an age on a tongue, I'd probably go like 16. 16 is roughly the time, like, wisdom teeth can start to come up. Like, you don't really want to get an oral surgery done with your tongue pierced because they're going to make you take it out. And then you're going to lose the piercing depending on your body. And then you'd have to go get it re-pierced, and it's just a pain.
Yeah. Try and pierce a scar tissue.
Yeah, don't just listen to one person. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, because at least for where I live and my piercing experience, what she said was a lot of misinformation. It wasn't necessarily dangerous, but it was misinformation from my point of view, from my education. So don't just take one person's word for it. Talk to people. I'm pretty sure I talked to probably around 10 piercers before I finally settled on one to pierce this, my septum, because I wanted it straight. I wanted to make sure they didn't go through the cartilage. I wanted to make sure that they put it in the sweet spot. I wanted to make sure that, like, everything was tip-top. And I probably paid the most money for my septum. I believe I paid closer to $80 because I the person I went to has a big name, and I talked to him extensively, and just that was the one that I did like the most research on because I didn't want to have to get it redone because I knew it was gonna be painful. Nose piercings are often really painful.
Well, I do have one more thing to add. And this goes on the line of piercers. Ask multiple piercers before you settle on a piercing.
Yeah.
Don't just get multiple opinions.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to her. She is Tarot Storm. Anyways, guys, this is Tarot and Caliber signing out.